difficult for ourselves, for sure.
Fucking hell.
Hopefully the girls won't. But we get up like what, 18 points in the first quarter, and then just decide to.
Yeah, well, they scored 35 points in the second quarter. So
we just got to learn to stop runs. We just struggle.
Yeah.
Oh, win's a win, though.
A win's a win.
Win's a win. I mean, that should have been like last week. We should have had that on Sunday as well.
Yeah. Well, the same thing happened. Like, Keysbury just came out like quick and just.
Reducing nothing today. First day that did nothing.
Oh well.
Girls smacked these girls last time.
They played a bit of practice match. They beat them comfortably, but they've got a new win for the big girl.
Grey shoes on. Dark hair.
From Sweden.
Sweden? Oh, wow.
Averaged 13 points, 11 rebounds.
Yeah, right.
So, but, I mean...
What league's that? Wednesday night.
Okay, I'll pick it up.
So the West Bay appeal is there.
Game times are all different.
If it works out, it's been busy for you.
Still, like, running past school is not my way. Going by the city crowd. That's good.
You did a good job to keep Ray Mitchell scoreless.
Fucking hell. I was like...
No buckets.
He's buckets.
Yeah, he's not
Holy
bad. Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it goes good. It goes good.
But yeah, no, that was like... I was like, oh yeah, like this Ray Mitchell guy will turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
We played Blackburn last year, and the same thing. Like I think he missed 5 dunks in the first quarter on us.
Yeah.
And I was like, gee, this guy's a perfect basketball. Yeah. Like he is just what 6.
Yeah.
Just a
long, athletic. Yeah.
Just soft as butter. Like gets in the paint, doesn't want to get touched. Not even really a shot blocker either.
Yeah. Fucking JB, holy shit.
When we stubbed him in, he was like, let's run it, it's like we run it up, like an on-ball at the top, and then like throw it back to him, and I was like, oh, he's been on the bench for a while, this will be an interesting play. Bloody hell, bang. Absolute bang. We'll take it. He's got to learn to win again. That's our biggest problem, we just don't know how to win.
Yeah. But I think that that'll be handy with Kavion and Liam, like just bringing that sort of experience.
Liam's been massive on the rebound. Like he's not giving us everything on the offensive off the offensive end, but Rowan gives us that.
Yeah.
You know, whereas Liam is just rebound. Like, he's a pest on the rebounds, which is good.
Yeah. He started off hot too. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago.
The girls sitting second, are they? Third, yeah. So what is it? Them, Bellarine and Wyndham?
And Warrnambool lost tonight to Pakenham, so...
I was surprised Warrnambool got as close as they did to these girls, to be honest. Like, watching them run around, I thought, gee, these girls are
so
not the same Warrnambool team.
Bellarine and Wyndham, they equal first. And Bellarine...
And even Bellarine, they were... I didn't think much of them. I think Wyndham are tough. Like, they're tough.
Yeah, but I said the same thing when Bellarine walked in. I went, is this like their full team? And Tim was like, yeah. And I was like, are they winning championships every year? Like, but like, they've got like 3 or 4 girls that shoot the free ball at 40%. Like, so...
I wish I could channel some of that. Far out.
I saw the one. He hit like, it might have been a trail one.
Yeah.
He was fucking turned.
I was like, finally, like it actually felt good. The rest of them felt horrible. Making what it matters, though, hopefully. Wow.
Yeah. Well, you don't have a game tomorrow, no.
Hey?
You don't have a game tomorrow.
Thank goodness. I saw it. He fell over there. I don't know why KG wants to fall over all the time.
Flats in that.
Oh
my god.
Yeah. He's not a bad bloke too, even the West Indies, he's a good guy. I just felt bad. I said sorry to him, I didn't mean that. And that 3 he took, I thought that was...
Oh.
Yeah,
playing at 7 o'clock.
I know.
These guys are going to get better too, because Ali Watts is coming.
She'd be not far away.
I think she's a couple of weeks.
Yeah. You been enjoying doing this? Yeah. Again. Say what, Melbourne Union last week?
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
oh, they suck.
So it was good, like when you guys were in Div 1.
Yeah, now they got worse. Yeah.
Better on another one.
That'll be doing this for you.
We just whack them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll just talk shit.
Yeah, all right. That's what I'm good at. That's what I'm best at.
Are we good? Good evening and welcome to this state champ women's matchup between the Bellarine Storm and the Sunbury Jets. My name is Hugh Moore and I'm here with a very special guest. Joined the 1,000 point club here at the Storm. One of the first two players to do it last week, and coming off a pretty big win just before. It's Louis Varley.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, no, it was a tough win. We like to make them close, and 1 point is as close as it gets.
Very nice, but we turn our attention to this women's match, and looks to be an interesting one. These teams have faced each other multiple times before the season starts and during the season, and the Storm are comfortably winning all those matchups. But the big inclusion for the Jets, they picked up Veronica, I'm going to mess her name up, Veronica Mirovic during the week from Sweden. Big, averaging 13 points and 11 rebounds a game. So she'll be one to watch for Tim Sanderson's girls. But, I mean, you can't deny the fact about the 1-2 punch of Bridget Rettstadt and Courtney Strait at the moment, just tearing the league up.
Oh, 100%. It's how do you guard them? Outside, inside, you know, Bridget can stretch the floor, shoot the three, but, you know, she's a bit of a powerhouse inside, which, you know, it's going to be tough for Sunbury tonight.
And I mean, you take out those two and then that's just next up. You got Chantal Hall who just rolls in and just puts her form, and then your sister, Georgia Varley. I know now Georgia Varley told me to make sure you're not mean to her, but I'm sure that won't be the case, but plays very similar to you. Runs through the family, I believe, the three-point shot.
Well, not tonight for me, but let's hope she's got her eye in and yeah, stretches the floor. You know, Bridget and Courtney are going to get a lot of the scout tonight, but you know, girls like Liv, Vert, and Georgia on the opposite side, they've got to be ready to go and be the firepower from the opposite side.
I mean, that's the thing with this Bellarine Storm team, 5-2 for the season so far. Both losses coming to the Wyndham Basketball Association, but I mean, this bench goes 10, 11 deep, and as we were talking before the game, still another key piece to come in Ali Knights returning from college. So that's just another point guard with firepower, shooting power, can read the court well. So this women's team just keeps getting better and better. So as we get close to tip-off, your starting lineups for tonight's State Champ Women's game. For the Storm, it is number 3, Chantal Hall, number 8, Olivia Vert, number 21, Bridget Rettstadt, 23, Courtney Strait, and number 35, George Varley. And for the Jets, it'll be number 3, Chloe Angrove, number 6, Veronica Miovic, number 10, pardon me, Chloe Hildebrand, number 13, Emily Conn, and number 23, Abby Hildebrand. So Sunbury 3-5 for the season so far. So looking to get a bit of a run going. So Sunbury win the dump ball. Hildebrand, Abby kicks in, and Vert comes up with the easy steal. Finds Strait cutting to the basket, and Chloe Hildebrand does a good job to deny the pass. Storm to inbound, out to Varley. It's been quiet the past few weeks. We'll look to turn it on. Vert with a hand in her face, knocks that three down. And Olivia Vert starts off with a contested three.
Just how Tim drew it up.
I reckon so. Sunbury moving the ball. Nice little dish in there to the big Veronica Miovic. It'll be her first chance at some points here in Australia. She'll head to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 8, Olivia Vert, her first personal.
It's a be a good test for Bridget tonight, having a big to play against. You know, they've got 2 in there, but yeah, it's going to be a good matchup, I think.
Will be. Obviously not many bigs in the league can stop Bridget Rettstadt. We've seen that so far this season. As Mirovic goes 1 from 2 from the free throw line. So Varley. Oh, nice little pass there from Georgia Varley into Strait. He tries to kick to Hall, but wasn't ready for it. So the Jets come the other way. Abby Hildebrand kicks to Angrove. To Conn. Nice cut there from Chloe Hildebrand. Throws a poor pass there, and it'll be out of court on the Jets. So Bellarine come with a lot of deep pressure. We've seen that in a few games, and that's what ultimately got them the win last week, I believe, over the top of the table undefeated Bulleen Boomers. We saw some great defensive performances there across the team. As Rettstadt kicks to Varley. We get smothered in D. Late in the shot clock, Rettstadt's going to go downhill. Steps through and finishes. And she just makes it look too easy, Louis.
That's exactly right. You think she was going to bang that one from 3, but then decides to put the ball on the floor and get straight to the bucket for an easy 2.
And that's the scary thing. Bridget Rettstadt can extend her range. There's Abby Hildebrand. opens her scoring account for the night. We've seen Bridget Rettstadt get smothered in the key, so decides to step out to the three-point line and can do it from everywhere. A straight. Bit of miscommunication there between the imports. Straight throws it away. Con kicks to Hildebrand. Chloe, fake pass. Chloe Hildebrand turning it on so far. 5 points for her. Varley. Kick to Rettstadt. Just straight. And so, a few early jitters here for the Storm, which will cause Coach Sanderson to call a timeout. Just a few poor passes, a few miscommunications there on offense.
Yeah, a couple of little unforced errors there. Maybe a bit more pressure than they maybe thought. In the last matchup, they probably didn't have the pressure that they've had tonight. But absolutely well done by Sunbury. They've come out with a bit of grit, and it's shown. It's made Tim call early timeout, which he probably didn't want to burn one straight away and so early. But yeah, here we are, and credit to Sunbury.
Yeah, obviously both teams just the one game tonight, so they'll be looking to throw all their eggs in that basket. But we've seen Abby Hildebrand, turn it on early with a three and then a nice little pull-up jumper. She's probably one to watch for the Storm. I'll just pull up her stats, but she'll be one early by the looks of it.
Yeah, probably don't want to let her get going because it seems like she's kind of got no conscience, and it's working for her at the moment, which is good for Sunbury.
Yeah, the Hildebrand sisters in the top three scorers for the Sunbury. Chloe averaging 17, while Abby averages 14. So both teams remain unchanged.
I think it was just a nice little breather for them and just a reset. Sometimes that's all you need early on.
So the Jets look to kick it around. Back to Hildebrand. Kicks to Con, who loses control. Rettstadt comes up with it. Tries to force the pass. Nice little dish there from Angrove to Hildebrand. She's up to 7 for the game. And the Jets take the early lead. 3 minutes gone. Up by 3. Vert kicks to Straight. Looking to start her night. Steps back, no luck. Hall with the rebound over the top of Mirkovic. She finishes.
Does a really good job of never stopping on the offensive rebounds.
We saw that in your game, Louis. A couple of big offensive rebounds. I reckon there was one early where Liam went to the line for one more shot and missed, and you guys came up with it and ended up with a 3. So
and look, sometimes that's all it takes, a bit of energy, and if that's what she's going to deliver, that's all you need.
An offensive board's such a big part of basketball. Can really change a game. We just saw a different side of Kavion Green tonight. Got a bit frustrated after there were, I believe, 4 offensive boards given up in a row. So, but he only wants what's best for the team.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Straight, looking to put the moves on. Finds Hall, out to Vert. Already hit one tonight, will look to go down Hill. Steps through, tosses it up. No luck, comes up with the offensive board. It'll stay with the Storm, but they'll have 5 seconds.
A little bit out of sorts here at the start.
Very unusual for the Storm.
Yeah, absolutely. They're normally pretty set in their ways, and for the most part, it's working.
Georgia Varley lets it fly from the corner.
There's that offensive rebound we were talking about. Get a free possession.
Vert does a great job to get fingertips to it. Varley forces a contact. She'll head to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 13, Emily Conn. That'll be her first. Obviously, a few changes in the men's program this year. The new assistant coach, Chris Klein, and a few players making the move in, obviously, Kavion Green, as Varley misses the first, and Liam McInerney coming in.
Yeah, I mean, Liam's a massive get for us. Just brings that experience at such a high level and leadership that, I think we've probably lacked since, Jace Reardon's left us. And, KG, just that energy guy. We probably lacked that last year, and he's been massive for us on and off the court. Like him and Nick and have both been they just fit, which is what we need.
Nice little dumping pass there from Hildebrand to Merkovic. So the Storm on the ropes at the moment. Just a bit of a slow start. Varley with the stutter step. Finds Vert, who goes in and just tosses that up. And somehow comes up with the score. So Sunbury finding all the good passes at the moment. Hildebrand finds Con cutting to the rim. So Sunbury doing a great job of just eyes up, finding the open player.
Yeah, that could be their third backhand, I think, they've made under the bucket.
There we go. Armstrong finds Straight, catches, shoots, buries that three. And for those of you who haven't watched Courtney Straight, you can't let her get one, because once she gets one, it's on.
And one turns into multiple pretty quick for Courtney, and it's not exactly what Sunbury want.
Straight made that three. Sunbury will look to answer back. Far out. The Hildebrand sisters are turning it on. Armstrong kicks to Straight. Multiple miscommunications here for the Storm.
Yeah, a little bit out of sorts here.
Vert finds Varley, catches, shoots, no good. Hall and Merkovic fight for it, but it'll go Hall's way. Substitutions for both teams. We'll see Hildebrand. That'll be Abby Hildebrand check out. And let's see who checked in. Number 5. I've lost my list. Addie Cameron check in, and George Varley will have a break, and Olivia Osborne will check in. So turnover there for the Storm.
Like Courtney's been a little bit too unselfish here. I feel like she's probably had a couple of moments where she probably could have gone by herself.
As Armstrong will fight for that rebound. It'll go Storm's way. Do you reckon Courtney Straight just needs to play a bit of not individual basketball, but sort of put the team on her back at the moment?
Yeah, a little bit. I think she's had the ball in a couple of positions where I feel like she's probably passed up ones that she would normally probably look at. Obviously, as being a good teammate, of course, but...
Oh, wow. Courtney Straight from behind with the block. Does a great job on D. And stops an almost certain score. So the Jets up by 2 points at the moment. Slow start here from the third place Storm. It is very cold in here. I believe I checked before, it was about 5 degrees outside. So Straight steps back, buries that. And we said you can't let her get one because she'll find her shot.
Right on cue.
So Courtney Straight up to 6 points so far. Storm take the lead. Cameron kicks it around. Merkovic showing her strength underneath, and she's up to 5 points. Osborne kicks to Armstrong. Armstrong goes down all the way to the ring, too hot. Luckily Hall's there, no luck for her, comes up with the rebound. Oh, and Chantal Hall just showing her her experience and composure under the ring, and comes up with a couple of cheap rebounds. Merkovic lets it fly. No luck there. We'll see substitutions for both teams. We'll see Hall check out and Retstat check back in. And Angrove will have a break, and we'll see Abby Hildebrand check back in. I've always noticed Sunbury coaches dress very fancily. I believe does the Sunbury men's coach normally wear a suit? No, or he does.
No, but the guy last week was wearing a suit. Full suit for the girls' game.
There you go. Charlotte Armstrong.
Very sharp. Maybe I'll get Luke to suit up next week.
That's a good, get the whole team in suits.
Yep.
That'll be a good idea. Hildebrand goes to the line. Kicks, Cameron. Hits the brick wall in Olivia Vert. Loses control. Vert,
Beautiful.
Great court vision there from Olivia Vert to find Courtney Straight cutting. Now we're starting to see the Storm hit their straps.
It's all starting on the defensive end here. They've forced a few missed shots and getting those rebounds. If you're in the rebounds, is huge.
As they move, Sunbury moves the ball around. Cameron kicks to Hildebrand into Merkovic. Brett Satt does a good job to get a hand to it. Armstrong cutting. Gets the pass from straight and will head to the line for 2. So this is the Storm basketball we'd like to see. Took them 7.5 minutes to get going, but we're starting to see it. Vert will check out and Varley will check back in.
As you said, it is cold in here, so 7.5 minutes. They're probably just warming up.
Didn't get as long a warm-up as they would like. As the men's game ran a bit longer.
A bit of a change of schedule tonight. We played before the girls.
I know.
It's a bit of an odd one, but I think everyone adjusted pretty well on our side.
And I mean, a pretty decent crowd for a 8:30 game, as we have a quick timeout here for the Jets, but a pretty decent crowd for a late start in terms of games here at Bellarine.
There mustn't be any footy on, is that what it is?
No, during the week, I don't know if you heard, Louis, but there was some asbestos found on the school grounds here at the Storm HQ. Obviously used the stadium as well as the school. There was some asbestos found out the back, and they were removing it today. So they pushed it back an hour to make sure the area was safe. But
I guess we'll probably allow it. Yeah, we'll allow it.
I mean, we're 1 from 1 tonight. So, and I mean, 2 clutch free throws from yourself, and then Rowan Jarvie with what looked like 3 attempts at a tap-in, and somehow ended up with it. But I want to get your thoughts on Rowan Jarvie, because he's obviously been brewing the past few seasons, and I really think he's starting to come into his show and really find his role in that group.
Yeah, it's funny. Rowe, initially for us, I think was always a defensive presence, and his offense was kind of second fiddle. But I think this year his role's kind of, yes, he's still an absolute powerhouse on the defensive end, but he's kind of turned his attention a bit more to his offense. And I mean tonight was a prime example. He just gets buckets. He's in the right spot when Ingo's penetrating to the key, and he just finishes so well. He's going hard at the rim, which I think maybe traditionally he hasn't. But yeah, massive props to him. Really, he's changed his game and he's added another dimension, which no complaints from anyone on our team, that's for sure.
As out of the timeout, Storm just with a little bit of a full court press, and great defense there by the much smaller Addie Cameron, who comes up with the foul. But, so Coach Sanderson just mixing it up a little bit, but Olivia Vert will head to the line for 2. Minute to go here in the first quarter.
That's Liv Osborne shooting, Olivia Vert.
Who did I say?
Olivia Vert.
Olivia. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm going to hear about that one.
Yep.
I think I called George or someone else a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, you would have heard about that.
As Osborne makes the second, so 6-point lead here for the Storm. Hildebrand moves the ball around, and Merkovic gets blocked from behind by Courtney Strait. That'll be a second one tonight. The Sunbury coach pleaded for a foul. Varley, hassled by Cameron, just finishes under contact.
I think the scout would be don't let it go left, but a bit like Seb Thomas and scout, but you know what, they still get left and they still get buckets.
There's Merkovic, looks to go inside, and she shows her strength. So 6-point game here, late in the first quarter. Varley kicks to Retstadt. Mismatch here. Kicks to Varley. Late in the shot clock. Varley steps through. Georgia Varley with 2 tough finishes in a row. Gets her up to 4 points. And Sunbury will have to get it up here late in the shot clock, late in the game clock. And that'll be the end of the first quarter here. And it is the Storm, after a slow start, up by 8 points here in the first quarter. And we said, Louis, very slow start for the Storm. They looked very jittery, very unlike this well-experienced Storm team. But they've turned it on, and in that last sort of 3 minutes have just blown this game out.
Yeah, I feel like Sunbury coach would be pretty disappointed with that result in the scoreboard. They came out pretty good, and they definitely got through exactly what they wanted to get. They got a couple of back cuts, a couple of easy buckets, and they were, forcing some probably, turnovers that Storm haven't had for, I guess most of the season, I'd say. So I think, that, what is it, 8-point deficit should be pretty upset, I would have thought. But, credit to Storm. They didn't let their foot off, and, they see a pretty healthy lead going into the second quarter.
Yeah, and I think the pressure that Sunbury came out with was a bit of a shock to the Storm. So, but Coach Sanderson called a very early timeout, and they've handled that pressure well and now have a firm grip on this game, and will look to continue. Yeah, it's pretty amazing what a quick timeout will do to a group. It allows you to settle, talk about what's going on, and maybe mix some things up, whether it's one sub, different personnel. But yeah, timeouts are key, and I feel like a lot of coaches don't particularly like calling them early. Don't want to waste them, but sometimes it's all you need. And credit to Tim Sanderson. That was a pretty well done timeout, and it's obviously shown on the scoreboard. Yeah, so Courtney Strait leading the way for the Storm with 8 points in that first quarter, followed by Olivia Vert and Chantal Hall with 5 and 4 respectively. But it will be a Sunbury ball to start. I think Sunbury should go straight back to Hildebrand. I think she had the first 7 or first 8 points for Sunbury, and I don't think she touched the ball again in that second half of that quarter. So Sunbury to inbound. Con will start with it. Hildebrand kicks to Van Cove. Back out to Hildebrand. Gets a step on Varley. Gets blocked by Armstrong. Merkovic in there. Out to Hildebrand. No luck. Brett Stat comes up with the rebound. She'll show off her point guard skills. Hands off to Crombie. Into Armstrong. Only have one arm on it. Brett Stat nearly come up with a steal. Hildebrand kicks it to Merkovic. Hands it off. Great defense there by the Storm. Smothered the screen. And Retstat, 2-on-1. Will kick to Straight. Continue her hot form. No luck.
As good a look as you're going to get. Just unlucky bounce.
Armstrong loses the ball.
What a luxury you big have that type of vision to find Courtney trailing in for that 3.
I mean, that's that connection. Never having played before, and within a matter of weeks, as Hildebrand just tosses that up. In a matter of weeks, being able to see each other, and that's the beauty of this Bellarine Storm team. As we see that on display there, just they know where each other are on the court, and they always know that someone's going to be following them behind, and they're always getting the right looks.
Yeah, beautiful find by Jamie there. Just to be that unselfish player that she is, and find Georgie cutting there for another 2, hopefully at the free throw line.
So Varley makes the first. 6 points for her tonight. Missed the second. Rhett Saddle come up with the offensive rebound. 2's better than 1.
That's just how they drew it up, wasn't it?
I reckon. Hildebrand kicks it into Con. Tries to go to work against Straight, but Straight does a good job on D. Crombie's out. Tried to split the gap, no luck though. Varley uses the screen of Retstat, tosses it out to Crombie, extra to Straight. She'll attack the middle. Armstrong lets it fly. Varley with the offensive rebound. Decides she'll take her own. Still no luck for her. So the Jets come the other way. Hildebrand into Merkovic. Varley tried to get the steal, but she'll finish it.
does a really good job of sealing really low. Makes it very difficult to play any type of defence without fouling. So credit to her.
Varley hassled by Hildebrand. Rhett Stat will go to work against Angove.
Beautiful cut.
Straight cutting to the ring, showing her finishing skills. She's up to 10 points for the game, to go along with 3 rebounds, 2 assists and 3 steals. So very even stat sheet for her. Varley does a good job on D. The Storm just really looking to push the floor. Varley will stop, kick it into Retstat, who just can't convert. Merkovic comes up with the rebound. Hildebrand kicks to Con, back to Hildebrand. That's a great basketball play there by the Jets. A bit of poor defense there by the Storm.
Yeah, caught on napping a little bit there. I think Storm have got out and run a bit on transition offense, but they're a bit slow there on transition D.
Just Varley just navigating her way through the traffic and finishes her layup. She's up to 8 points. Hildebrand kicks to the other Hildebrand. Merkovic inside. Foul will be on number 23, Courtney Straight. That'll be her first. Substitution for the Storm. We'll see Georgia Varley and Charlotte Armstrong check out. And Olivia Vert and Lucy Howard check in. Lucy Howard, the youngest player on this team by a decent margin, but been a very important role over the past few years in this team.
Just allows them to gain that experience too.
Yeah.
Hopefully going to be a long time Storm player, and you know, one day this might be her team.
It's Merkovic. This is the free throw. The Storm looking to move it around. Rhett Stack looking to go to work. Finds Howard. Attacks the rim, kicks out to Crombie. Wide open. Lets it fly. No luck. Rebound goes too long for Rhett Stack. Cameron comes up with it. Kicks to Con. Who kicks to Hildebrand. Been quiet since the first quarter. Spins, gets the basket, tosses it up. And draws the foul. Foul will be on number 25, Lucy Howard. Her first. Subs for both teams. Crombie will check out for the Storm. Osborne will check in. And for the Jets, Merkovic will check out. And we will see Faith Favero check in for the first time tonight. Hildebrand makes the first. And the second. So 9-point game here. Storm leading after a slow start. Straight. Kicks to Retstat. To Osborne. Receives the on-ball screen from Retstat. She'll look to go to work. Nice little crossover. Draws the contact.
A little bit of a late whistle there. I think she was going to let that go, but had to got out to Courtney there. Yeah, definitely contact. So not a bad call.
So Vert to inbound. Finds Osborne. Back up to Vert. She spins, gets stuck on the elbow. Osborne will look to go downhill. Late in the shot clock. Straight's going to have to do something. Howard catches, shoots. No luck. Was rushed on that three-pointer. Hildebrand. Sunbury Jets with some nice ball movement. Can't come up with the chocolates. And they reset. Con will give it to Cameron. Into, great read there by Vert, and straights out. Oh, nice ball movement there. Great unselfish basketball from Courtney Straight. Finds the trailing Bridget Retstat.
There's that chemistry again.
I mean, they coach the under-16-1 girls here at the Storm, and that probably adds to their chemistry, spending that much time together. as Angrove gets the line. Gets the block with a nice little floater. Ooh. There's Bridget Rettstadt. Tried to go through Emily Conn. So 9-point game, 4.5 seconds. 4.5 minutes to go. Vert into Howard. She's got a mismatch here. Kicks it out to Stray. Poor pass though. So again, we're starting to see those passing errors again. Hildebrand kicks to Con. Up to Favor. Oh, nice little toss up there from Angrove. Frustrated with herself. Straight. Oh, just creates space. Can't convert. And maybe Hildebrand's come up quite sore after that play. She's in quite a bit of pain.
Got her right in the good spot, right in there. Get the wind out here. I think Courtney a bit upset with that one. I think she probably thought she should have made that shot and probably didn't think she was going to get as open as what she did. It's always the way. Do all the hard work and
then you realise you're wide open and you go, oh,
yep,
this is not meant to happen.
But catch these two at the line and
so Straight makes both the free throws. That'll put her up to 11 points for the game. She'll take a well-deserved break. We'll see Crombie check back in. So back out to an 11-point lead. Hildebrand. Kick to Angrove. Defensive pressure here from the Storm just picked up.
Yeah, they just went to his own, I think. A bit of a change up there for Sando.
Cameron's left wide open in the corner and makes him pay. Vert dribbles it off her foot. And Cameron, smallest player on the court by a fair margin. Great defense there by Hall. Comes up with the steal. Crombie's left all alone in transition. Find the trailing Rettstadt. She catches, shoots. No luck. So Storm just rushing their offense a little bit. Hildebrand. Kicks to her sister, Hildebrand. That's a Hildebrand to Hildebrand connection. And that'll force Coach Sanderson to call a timeout. So after that three, the Sunbury Jets cut the deficit just down to 5. And again, we saw this early in the first quarter. Just some few rushed errors, a few poor passes from the Storm, allowing the Jets just to get back in the game.
Yeah, and a couple of lapses on defense there too. I think they've. I feel like they were getting pretty comfortable around that 9-10 point mark, and then they've just took the foot off a little bit. I know we do that a fair bit. You get comfortable, you think, this is all right, we're going well, and then as quick as you're up 10, it's straight back to 5 points and it's game on again.
And obviously, yourself playing a fair few games like this, what goes in to a timeout? Obviously, Coach Sanderson's called a timeout. What's the discussion in a timeout like this where things are not really going your way? You want to. How do the coaches help you guys through that?
Yeah, I think it's just slowing it down. I think you got to go back to what was working. I think Tim will realise. I think it was slow it down, secure the rebound, and then get through. I think their offense that was working. It was they were getting the ball through hands. I think it's getting pretty stagnant. I think it's getting stuck in people's hands. So I think ball movement would be key. I think for Tim, and not letting the other team push you out of your offense. There's a bit of pressure here. I think they've got a little bit of intensity picked up for Sunbury. To their credit, it's working. But I think Storm have to be just a bit calmer and move the ball around.
As Rettstadt gets a nice pass from Crombie, cutting to the ring, and she finishes. And I think I spoke about this with Courtney last week during your game, that both teams, when they move the ball, both the men's and women's, it just looks, their scores come off it. Obviously, if people standing around, there's no movement as Angrove goes to work on the post. No luck. Hall comes up with the rebound. But ball movement's such a key in both teams' games. As Retstat, nice little mid-range. Can't convert. But ball movement, obviously a key.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, for us, it's you have to trust your teammates, and when you do, it makes the game so easy. Going individual, you're making it harder for yourself. I think some teams, we do it a little bit and probably too much. But when we do move the ball, we have so many guys that can shoot the ball, can get on the rim, and not only that, it gets everybody else involved, gets everyone else a touch into the game. And when you have 10, 11 guys or girls in this matter involved, you're so much stronger.
I mean, like we said earlier, all 10 players on this Bellarine women's team can score at will. So that's such a handy key to have for Coach Sanderson.
Yeah, and everyone's so unselfish, I think, too.
Vert with a nice little step back. Buries that three. She's up to 8 points for the game. And so, minute and a half to go in the half. Storm still with that 10-point lead. Retstat gets her hand on the ball.
I think Storm have done a good job here not to foul, especially under the bucket. I think Sunbury have had a few pretty easy ones and tried to draw fouls, and they've done a pretty good job of just being straight up and down and forcing some misses and then securing the rebound. I think that's the big one. It's all well and good to force misses, but then if you're giving up offensive boards, they're the ones that hurt.
Yeah, I mean, they do such a great job with, obviously, Hall and Retstat crashing the boards. That's two very big, experienced bodies in the ring as Varley cuts the middle floater, no luck. And there we go.
There's that offensive rebound I was just talking about.
That's a perfect example of Chantal Hall just reading the ball, getting that offensive board, and extending this lead out. As Hildebrand kicks to Ancove. Back to Hildebrand. She goes baseline. Great defense there by Jamie Crombie. Just smothers the ball. And the Storm have the advantage here on the transition. Pass a bit high for Vert. Oh, great little dump pass there for Olivia Vert to Hall. And then Stad will come up with the offensive rebound, head to the line for two.
I think at halftime, I think the Sunbury coach might be talking about offensive rebounds. I think it'll be all in bold on the whiteboard. Block out and secure that board. And I think that's what's really hurting them. I think they'd be a fair bit closer if they could. I think Storm have missed a few shots. It's not like they're shooting the lights out. I feel like they could, if they could secure the rebounds, I think the game would be slightly closer.
As Retstat makes the first, we'll just pause in time here, as I believe there's just a little blood rule here for Olivia Vert. 8 offensive rebounds to 3 going the Storm's way at the moment. So, and I reckon of 8 of those, I reckon at least 6 they've scored off, which is, and that's our margin. So, as the Jets will call a quick timeout to draw something up, but as you said, Louis, obviously offensive rebounds making a difference, and it's ultimately the margin at the moment, if not a little bit more. So that'll be a big talking point for the coach of the Sunbury Jets at halftime. But I mean, we've started to see the firepower of the Storm come out, and Courtney Strait really starting to turn it on with 12 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. So she's really
just filling that stat sheet up, really. Doing a bit of everything, unselfish, moving the ball around, getting everyone else involved, because, the scout would be, she's a scorer.
Yeah.
But, as all good scorers can, they can and do pass, and when they do, they usually, the game comes to them, and that's exactly what's happening for her. Like, she hasn't had, any one-on-one opportunities here, but she's getting the easy ones and knocking down the shots when she's open. So
obviously Courtney Strait averaging 17 points a game. But Bridget Retstat leading the way for the Storm this season so far with 19.5 points a game. And I think she's just shy of 11 rebounds a game as well. So double-double most games, but 29 seconds to go here in the first half. The the Jets will look to get a quick score here and go into the break with a little bit of a momentum booster. As the Storm hassle straight away off the first pass. And we see that pressure and it turns to a turnover. Great call there by Coach Sanderson. And the Storm get a quick, easy basket and one. And so that's a great play there by Coach Sanderson.
I think that was out of nowhere. That was well drawn up. I think somebody thought they would be able to run the clock down all the way to about 5 seconds and have a shot. But a credit to Tim. That was I didn't think it was coming.
I didn't either, and I think Hildebrand was not prepared for that off the first
look,
pass.
And to force a turnover and not foul, and then to get one down the other end is as good as it can be.
So Hildebrand, late in the shot clock, nearly loses control, kicks to her sister, moves it on to Cameron. That's way downtown. No luck. Hall secures the rebound, and at the end of the first half, it will be the Bellarine Storm leading by 17 points after what was a slow starting quarter. But they've started to hit their straps, and on the back of the 1-2 punch of Rhett Stat and Straight, currently with 25 points combined. There's no one stopping them at this rate.
It doesn't seem like it tonight. They're just kind of getting what they want, and I think for me, what I'm seeing here is this transition. Bellarine just seem to want to get out and push, and I think it's caught Sunbury off guard. I think they're probably thinking they're going to slow down and kind of get through their offense, which they have done for most of the season. They've been pretty methodical, but tonight they just securing that rebound and going, and it's actually hurting Sunbury.
Well, as we head to a quick break for halftime, it is the Bellarine Storm leading the way 50-33 over the Sunbury Jets. We'll be back in about 9 minutes to start this second half of State Champ Women's Basketball. Good evening and welcome back to this state champ women's matchup between the Bellarine Storm and the Sunbury Jets. My name is Hugh Moore. I'm here with state championship men's player Louis Varley after what was a blockbuster game here at Storm HQ, but we turn our attention to this game and it was a slow start for the Storm. Obviously the women's team playing a lot later than they normally would, but after a big second quarter, they're out to a comfortable 17-point lead here at the start of the second half.
Yeah, they've, as you said, they started off slowly. You know, credit to Tim Sanderson. He, burned a couple of timeouts that he probably didn't want to use, but yeah, made a lot of difference. Calmed the group down, allowed them to get into their stuff, and then. Look, Sunbury definitely didn't play bad. They, I think they missed a few little gimmies under the bucket, which hurts. But they're definitely not playing bad by any stretch. I think Storm have just they upped the pressure a little bit and they probably caught Sunbury off guard a bit.
Yeah, Storm shooting at a very nice 54% for the first half. So that also comes into effect as all the players on the court look quite cold. I've noticed all the Sunbury players looking to try and warm themselves up. It is a brisk 5 degrees here in Ocean Grove. But as we look to get started back again, Storm will start. Varley will kick to Retstadt, who will look to continue her form. Out to Vert. Gets a step, tries to force a pass. Angrove comes up with it. Dishes it off to Hildebrand. Kicks it to her sister, nearly gets picked. Angrove goes to the ring, forces a bit of contact, somehow comes up with it. And she'll take the cheap 2 points.
Yeah, I thought Verdi, the previous play, I feel like she should have shot that one in the corner there. I think she passed up a good shot.
It was a pretty comfortable drive there for her. Retstadt looks to go through the middle, over the top of Angove. So Storm just forcing it a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, did a very good job of not fouling there. That was great there.
Straight into Merkovic. She's double teamed. Out to Hildebrand. Foot was just on the line.
Yeah, that was a whisker.
So as the men's team have stuck around to watch this game.
Might have had a little bit of influence on that call there.
I reckon they did. Speaking of interesting calls, you punched the ball through the net in your game and somehow did not get a tag.
I didn't get a tag. KJ got one for hanging off the rim, but he didn't even really hang off it. He just grabbed it. And, I think he was trying to just not land on somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the second time we've had that this year, actually.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
As Courtney Strait beats the shot clock.
I reckon it could be a new rule they've brought in. Grabbing the rim when there's no shot or no dunk attempt. It's an instant tech foul.
There you go.
And it was KJ's fourth, which ultimately led him to unluckily getting his fifth. And yeah, we didn't have him for the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Defensive player of the year. Foul was called on number 21. Bridget Retstadt, her first. Will send Con to the line for 2. Makes the first. So, still a 16-point deficit. Storm will look to continue pushing that lead out. Straight. Kicks to Retstadt to Varley. Finds Vert to Retstadt. She goes downhill. Ball pass. Hall with a rare 3 from her. And Gove comes up with it. Hands it off to Hildebrand. She'll try and bounce past it in. It'll come off Straight's foot. I reckon I've seen Chantal Hall shoot a 3.
Possibly could be her first.
Here at the Storm.
Unfortunately, it was an end of shot clock one, so she didn't really have time to get a good one. I think Rowan Jarvie was 1 of 1 2 years ago.
I did
this
bring that.
season.
I did bring that up in the stream. Comes up fairly often. Championship season. Varley lets it fly. Still no luck. Retstadt with a massive rebound. Just rolls off the ring. Bring that up a few times. And it was in finals too. He didn't even make it during the regular season.
And against Melbourne Uni too, you know. At Melbourne Uni, which is a fairly tough place to play. Usually at 8:30. They like an 8:30 game at Melbourne Uni.
Especially in finals. I remember being there. It was very loud in there. But band together and ultimately got the championship banner and the promotion. Here's Retstadt. Misses the second. So Hildebrand. Dish it off to Merkovic. She's smothered by Hall and Retstadt in the ring.
Done a very good job not to foul there.
And that'll be trouble as Jamie Crombie shows off her dance moves on the sideline. Great defense there by both the bigs to force the travel.
Yeah, the help defense came across exactly when it should have, and yeah, I think they expected it as quickly as they did, but yeah, credit for Storm.
We see that a lot with Coach Sanderson's team. Oh, as the two bigs get tangled. Foul will be on number 6. Oh, hold on. Don't hold me to that. Oh, no. It will be on number 6. Merkovic. That'll be her first. Coach Sanderson's team does have really good help defense. As Hall sets a massive screen and finishes. We saw that last week against the Boomers, which ultimately got them to win their help D. In the first quarter, they were just doubling off every screen and just smothered the Bulleen guards who probably weren't ready for it as Hildebrand just tosses that one up. There'll be a foul under the ring on Chantal Hall.
That was a monster screen down this end.
That
and look,
was.
It ultimately led to her bucket. So, you know, it's amazing what a tough screen, you know, hit somebody and that'll get you open and you might get the score. So
Hildebrand just throws it long. Varley decides to not attack the ring. Finds Retstadt. Trails in. Dishes it to Hall. She misses.
Potentially might have been a shot, I think. We'll call it a dish.
We'll call it a dish.
Yeah.
We've seen a few of those tonight across both games as Hall comes up with the foul. That'll be her third substitution for the Jets. We'll see Con check out and Cameron check in. So we'll just have a quick pause in delay for shoelace to be tied up. Do you know Courtney Straight's from Iowa, the home of the best female basketballer coming through the ranks at the moment?
I didn't know that's where she was from, but it's obviously breeds good basketballers there, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, we've got Courtney Straight here and Caitlin Clark in the NBA. I mean, there's Vert, kicks it long, Hall. That's a big foul. Chantal Hall is up to 4 fouls. So, oh, sorry. That'll be her third. So she'll have a break. So will Vert. We'll see Osborne and Armstrong check on. So Hildebrand will dish it straight into Merkovic. She'll go to work against Retstadt. Retstadt does a good job. Cameron will try and get the step around straight. No luck. Armstrong slows the pace. Viley finds the trailing Retstadt. Dishes it off to Osborne. No luck.
It's a little bit out of sorts here, Bellarine. They're rushing it just a little bit.
Nice little dish there from Hildebrand to Angrove. I mean, we saw this. We've seen this across all quarters. It just comes at different times. In the first quarter, it was the start of the quarter. Second, it was the last sort of bit. Now we're right in the middle. So Varley kicks to Armstrong. Long two. No luck. Retstadt with the big rebound over all the contact. And Bridget Retstadt is just tearing it up at the moment. 16 points, 11 rebounds so far. And we're only halfway through the third.
I think I've got pretty good intel that a long two is Tim Sanderson's most hated shot in basketball.
Well,
I know why, but
little secret, Louis.
yeah,
Last week, Charlotte Armstrong did shoot a long two, and she got credited with a three. I remember watching it. The foot was well over the line, and the ref wasn't paying that much attention. Got the easy three as Retstadt got away with a foul there. And the foul will be on...
I think Sunbury coach will be pretty unhappy with those two. Well, one non-call and then a foul on that soft one there.
And now she's going to get a warning.
It's probably pretty warranted. And pretty frustrated from the sideline, I can imagine.
So, 20-point lead here for the Storm. Osborne can't create some space, so Armstrong has to come and help. Osborne kicks to Retstadt. Finds Straight, who looks to create some space. Steps back, over the top, with a much bigger.
And looking for a touch there, I think. It was pretty close.
She was pleading for it. No luck, though. It'll be interesting to see if they credit it as a block. So, nice little drive there from Angove. Can't get it to go. And so the Storm will push the floor again. Osborne was cutting. Armstrong kicks to Varley. Oh, nice little middle drive floater there for Varley. She's up to double digits, up to 10 points, and that'll force the Sunbury coach to call a timeout. And Georgia Varley, after having a quiet few weeks, is starting to find her form again. And I mean, she probably wasted all her points in that 66 domestic domination a few weeks ago. But it's good to see starting to find her form, and this team really starting to hit the straps late in this third quarter.
Looks like they're firing on all cylinders here. Like, I think their ability to play, 10, 11 girls and go that deep, it makes it hard for an opposition coach and team to scout, because you've got scoring from pretty much every position. Obviously, the scout for Bellarine would be Courtney's a shooter, Georgie's a shooter, and the fact that Georgie's missed a couple, but she's kind of finding her groove, getting to the basket and getting to the free throw line is credit to her.
I mean, we say she's missed a few, but she's still shooting at 50% for the night. So just not having any luck from the three-point line. But, I mean, the Storm's still shooting at a comfortable 45% from the field. I mean, they're just...
Look, you're not probably losing many games shooting the ball above 40%. No. The best of times, let alone 45 to 50, which, that's the case tonight. And, I guess it shows on the scoreboard with a 22-point lead.
I mean, you can't fault the Sunbury Jets. They're shooting still at a very high 37%. But just Bellarine Storm just really put that defensive pressure on them in that second quarter, which ultimately got them this handy 22-point lead. And Sunbury are just struggling to chip away at it.
Looks like Bellarine have gone back to a 3-2 zone here.
Always a little bit of rushed basketball there. Varley will handle the pressure all right. She forces a contact, and she'll head to the line for two. It'll be in bonus, so. So 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Both teams will be in the bonus.
I believe that was going to be a baseline ball there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
so might get easy points here.
It's amazing what a couple of free throws will do for your confidence from all over the floor. This might be what she needs to get her eye in, and might knock a couple down from outside.
Up to 12 points. So starting to heat up. Nice little drive there from Cameron. Gets her offensive rebound as the smallest player on the court.
Yeah, just got tapped straight back into her fingertips there.
And comes up with 2 points. So Varley will kick to straight. Back to Varley. Oh, nice little dish there from Georgia Varley to Lucy Howard. No luck. Varley will come up with the offensive board. Varley given way too much space. You can't give her that much space. So, can't make it.
These offensive rebounds here are really hurting Sunbury, and I think they've got a beautiful steal there.
Poor pass from Howard there. Leads to a Hildebrand fast break. As it's a breeze now. Do you feel that?
Someone opened the door somewhere, I think. It's the last thing we need when it's 5 degrees outside.
Varley kicks to Armstrong, who kicks to straight. Great ball movement by the Storm.
Beautiful extra pass. Unfortunate there with that miss.
No luck on the three-pointer. So the Storm currently struggling from three-point. 4 from 18 for the game. So Grove can't convert. Armstrong comes up with the rebound. Straight. Swings the ball to Varley. She gets a step. Nice Euro from Georgia Varley. Can't get enough power. So it falls short. Armstrong just missed it.
Timeout coming soon from Tim Sanderson, I would have thought.
I reckon it might be
the girls looking a little bit tired.
A few substitutions. Howard kicks to Varley. He kicks to straight, out to Armstrong, to Varley. Into straight, Storm moving the ball around. Nice ball movement there by the Storm. I think they were just trying to catch a little bit of a breather there.
Yeah, I think they were like, we'll just slow this up for our own sake here.
George Varley does look very fatigued at the moment. Osborne with the long closeout.
Somebody getting really good looks here. They just can't get one to go.
Couple of wide open threes, just bouncing off the back. And that'll be a travel. Varley dragged her pivot foot. I did watch that. She looks a bit confused. So Varley and Osborne will check out. And Vert and Crombie will check back in. Hildebrand will kick to Angrove. To Hildebrand. She tosses it up. Draws the foul. And it'll be on number 25. Lucy Howard. Her second for the night. We'll send Chloe Hildebrand to the line for 2. This is the first. And misses the second. Merkovic will come up with the rebound though. And we'll get 2 of her own. She's up to 11 for the game. 9 rebounds. Hildebrand with a little bit of applied pressure on straight. Armstrong lets it fly. Just short. So Vert comes up with the offensive rebound. Skip pass from Crombie. Armstrong will look to go to work inside. Forces the pass. Cameron's out. Nice easy layup for her. She's up to 7 points. So Jets doing a good job just to slowly chip away at this lead.
Yeah, back down to 16, yeah.
Courtney straight. No luck. Howard with the rebound. The Storm will look to get the last shot of the quarter here. Crombie wide open. Gets the fake. Nice little move there from Jamie Crombie. Off the back of the iron. Late in the game. No luck. And so a good little patch of play there from the Jets who just cut this deficit down to 16. And I mean, 16 points in BigV basketball is not a lot. You can't be comfortable.
I mean, we had, I think, a 15, 16-point lead in the first quarter, and, you know, Sunbury got it back to more even at half-time. Yeah, things can turn pretty quickly, and look, credit to Sunbury tonight. The girls here, they've, you know, haven't given up. It is cold in here. They were, you know, down 22. It's a bit of a deficit, but, you know, they're still fighting and playing some good defence. And, yeah, now the ball's kind of going through the net. They might have taken the glad wrap off, and I think Bellarine can't sleep on it, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think the glaring factor, though, that that might really let them down is the offensive rebounds, and we spoke about this in the first half. It's now up to 19-7, so Bellarine with 12 more offensive rebounds, and like we said, those 12 offensive rebounds are the difference, are the margin right now, so with a few extra. So, I mean, the coach for the Sunbury Jets will obviously that'll be a big talking point just to box out those bigs in Armstrong, Rett, and Hall. But, I mean, that can be a key factor in the turning point.
Yeah, like it'll definitely be busted all over their review for the week. I think on Monday, that's what they need to work on. Rebounding, can win your games, and obviously with Bellarine having 3 pretty athletic bigs to get in there and get them, and they do crash the boards really well. I think it's a tough ask on any night, but yeah, as you said, it's definitely been the talking point, and what's ultimately created this deficit.
And I mean, we witnessed offensive rebounds winning games in our men's game just earlier with Ryan Jarvie with the nice little tip in offensive rebound. So
I have to admit, I thought Jesse Burns' little jump shot from the elbow was going down. So
I did look at, I had a perfect view of it, and I thought that looks very good. And Rowan Jarvie ended up with the best bounce possible, and ultimately got him the win. But back to this game. It's the Storm leading the way, up by 16. Quarter to go. Sunbury will start. Hildebrand will kick into Merkovic. To Hildebrand. She'll receive the screen. Great defense there by Straight to get the pick. She'll look to slow the pace up, get through a set. Retstat back to Straight. To Crombie. Who kicks to Retstat. Into Hall. She's got 3. Out to Vert. To Straight. Gets downhill. Nice little dish there from Courtney Straight. Into Hall.
Very nice patience there by Bellarine. They just waited and got a really good one in the end.
Chantal Hall continues where she left off, up to 10 points. 9 rebounds for her. Hildebrand tacks the rim. As I believe, no, foul will be on Vert. So that'll be her.
Foul number 8, Olivia Vert.
Just wait. That'll be her second. Olivia Vert, very good player downhill. If she gets you with a pump fake, I think it's an almost certain score for her.
It reminds me a little bit of Nathan Grombeck, actually. They are very similar game style.
I've never noticed that, but
both can shoot it when they're open. Nate's actually shooting the ball at a probably career high clip this year.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I may have a claim to fame with that after a couple of seasons ago, but it worked out for the best. Don't know if you know about that, Louis.
No.
I said that Nathan Grombeck couldn't shoot threes, and that was in the semi-final here, and he hit 4 in the grand final at Shepparton to win. So
hey, we'll take it when we get it, that's for sure. But no, they're very similar. Like I think Liv does a very good job of recognising when she can get on the rim and finish as well at the rim. And Nate's much the same. Has that dynamic and plays good D. Like they're kind of those the 3 and D, but more so probably on the rim. And I think that's Tim's very lucky. He's got a couple of girls like that that can do that tonight, and it's just like that. Every time they sub, it's just who do I have to guard next?
Who's
have to
next,
guard
yeah.
next? It doesn't stop. You're not kind of going to the bench going, oh, there's nothing more coming. And I think they've got 6, 7 girls sitting there ready to go, and the depth is it makes a difference.
yeah, well, we've just seen Coach Sanderson call a timeout, and this deficit's back down to 14 points, a minute and a half through the 4th quarter. So Sunbury just with a little bit of confidence at the moment, just stringing together a few plays. And I think, I don't know about you, Louis, but I feel like Merkovic, the bigs, the way to go at the moment. She's been doing really well on the offensive rebounds, but just rolling and cutting to the ring as well.
Yeah, just getting to the right spots. I think just being able to, find you know, was actually, it's probably the guards that are finding her, but she's actually getting to the good spots, you know, driving over the top, rolls hard, and now starting to finish. I think early on, I think there was a couple that were rimming out, and you know, Bellarine were doing a good job not to foul, and they just couldn't draw one. But now the ball's going through the hole, and yeah, as you said, 14 points. It's definitely not over, that's for sure. 8.5 minutes, plenty of basketball left.
So Bellarine will have it. Vert will kick to straight on the overloaded side. Late in the shot clock. Vert's going to have to do something with it. Hands it off to Hall. Mid-range jumper, no luck. Ball in dispute. Sunbury will come up with it.
Sunbury zone's really affecting Bellarine here. They're struggling to get good looks, and when they do get a good look, there's not much time left on the clock, and they're rushing it a little bit.
And Gove tries to force the pass. Red Stack comes up. Coach Sanderson pleads with his players to push the floor. Again, Sunbury in that zone, as Louis mentioned, come up with another steal.
And they're just clogging that paint, and it's just making it difficult for Bridget and Chantal to get easy ones at the basket. And look, Bellarine aren't shooting the lights out tonight from outside. And, I mean, that's great. Credit to Sunbury's coach to go to that zone.
Nice little deuce there from Merkovic to Con, who lets it fly, but no luck. So Storm will come the other way. 14 points. Straight into Hall. Out to Vert, moves the ball onto straight to Crombie. She lets it fly. No luck, it goes long, and it'll go to Sunbury. So Crombie will have a break. Varley will check back in. So 7 minutes to go here in the fourth. Sunbury moves the ball around. Oh, nice little back cut there from Hildebrand. Great read there from Emily Conn. She's up to 4 assists for the game. So 12-point deficit here. Sunbury slowly chipping away at this. Bellarine struggling to find a score here. As Hall gets double teamed down low. Spending a long time in the key. She gets out though. And so Sunbury on a 6-2 run here. Start the fourth. They move the ball around. Intensity's picked up. Con tried to find another backdoor cut. No luck. So Storm will push the floor. Straight, putting the moves on Hildebrand. Finds Vert. Lets it fly. Bang! Olivia Vert under pressure. Lets it fly. She's up to 11.
Beautiful find. Good heads up there by Courtney.
Just gives the Storm a bit of breathing room. 15-point deficit. Hildebrand. Great D there by Vert. Just unlucky there to get the foul. That'll be her third. So 6 minutes to go. Hildebrand lets it fly. No luck. Straight with the big rebound. And the Storm are out. 3 on 2. Out to Vert. She hit one just before from there. Decides to go downhill. Kicks it to Hall. There will be a foul on number 23. Abby Hildebrand. That'll be her second. That'll be Storm ball on the baseline. Red Stack cuts the ring, and the bench love it.
Just like they drew it up.
So the Storm starting to find their groove again, starting to just retake that lead. Hildebrand thinks about it, shoots it, goes long, and so again, Storm urged to push the floor, straight, puts the moves on. Had a gap to go and score, doesn't. Con nearly loses from behind, misses the wide open layup. And Varley will just slow it down.
Corner.
Straight. Dishes out to Varley. To Vert. She's thought about it. Straight, lets it fly. And she'll be fouled on the floor though. Foul will be on number 3. Chloe Angrove. It'll be her third. Ball will be on the baseline.
Wonder whether they'll run the same play they did before.
I have a
Cross-screen.
feeling they will. Bit of a different read though. Rettstadt was wide open. Varley from quarter court. No luck. Tough shooting night for her tonight. Hildebrand gets stopped by Vert. Kicks to her sister, Hildebrand. Up to Con. To Cameron. Oh, Vert with the nice read. This will be an almost certain layup for her. Gets to the basket. And that'll cause the Sunbury Jets coach to call a timeout, and this Storm leads back out to 19 points after it was as low as 12. And I mean,
yeah, I think they had their chance, that's for sure. Bellarine was struggling to put the ball through the hole, and Sunbury were getting some really good looks. But yeah, it was a bit stagnant there for a little while. And then giving up a turnover like that to an easy bucket, it always hurts.
And I mean, great performance here by the starting lineup for the Storm. Only 3 points coming off the bench for them tonight, but pretty even spread for scoring. Bridget Rettstadt leading the way with 19 points, 13 rebounds, an assist, 3 steals and 2 blocks. Courtney Strait closely behind her, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals and 2 blocks. So all the Storm players just covering the stat sheet at the moment. So it's a pretty well-rounded team game.
Yeah, well, look, when you have more than a couple of people, so well, they got 5 in double digits. It's who do you guard? How do you guard them? You know, like you think you've usually got a couple of people that you're focusing on, but I think with this Bellarine team, it's you've got multiple, and tonight it's 5. Look, not taking anything away from the girls coming off the bench at all, because they've probably brought some energy that they the starters required at the start of the game. They were pretty slow and a little bit shocked by the way Sunbury came out. So credit to the bench girls. They come out and probably gave them what they needed.
Yeah, I mean, Charlotte Armstrong, 5 rebounds, 2 assists to her name. Lucy Howard's got 4 rebounds for herself, and Olivia Vert and Jamie Crombie, Olivia Osborne, I've done it again. As Hildebrand gets to the line, gets the basket. So all the players for the Storm having some impact in this game as Rettstadt tosses it up to Strait, to Varley, into Rettstadt, to Vert, floater, Hall, couldn't get the rebound, Merkovic comes up with it. Hildebrand kicks to Com, back to Hildebrand.
Another good touch there by Courtney. Won't get credited for the steal, but she did a good job of getting the deflection. I think deflection's one of those stats that should be counted.
Oh, nice pass there from Georgia Varley. Finds a cutting Rettstadt. She's up to 21 points for the night. Oh. Poor pass. Hildebrand creates a space. Rettstadt with another rebound. Straight.
Good
Oh,
pass there.
that's a great pass. Well weighted. Straight into the hands of Georgia Varley. She's up to 14 points. And so, with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go, the Storm look in almost commanding position. Con into Merkovic, kicks it out to Hildebrand, lets it fly and buries that 3. Varley gets hassled. Rettstadt was wide open under the ring. No luck. She does shoot it. She makes a 3. It's the state champ team. Some frustrations from the bench. Storm will move the ball.
I think there have been some good learnings from this, though, for Bellarine tonight. They've struggled a little bit here with this zone. That's their second turnover in a row. So definitely something for them to work on throughout the week, that's for sure.
So there'll be a turnover to Rettstadt. There'll be a timeout to the Storm. So still 15 points, the margin. 1 minute 45 seconds left, and the Storm, I hate to say it, but I think they're in a pretty commanding lead now, and it'll be a tough one to lose from here.
Yeah, definitely. But like as I said, it's other teams will watch this tonight and they'll see that, you know, Bellarine have struggled a little bit against the zone. They haven't shot the lights out tonight from outside, which, you know, against the zone, that's kind of what you want to do. You want to kind of shoot them out of the zone. But I guess in saying that, they are still, you know, have a pretty comfortable lead. But yeah, it's definitely something that Tim, I think, will look at and want to work on. Whether it's, you know, different options, different looks, or potentially different offense that might work a bit better. And look, credit to Sunbury. They're still fighting. You know, there's a minute 46 to go. You know, that they haven't given up. It hasn't been a 25, 30-point loss like it possibly could have been at half time.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't fault them. They've brought their shooting percentage up to 42% for the night. So if you coach Capralio, I think you'd be pretty happy with your team's performance against such a well-rounded team in the Bellarine Storm. But as we get here to the last under 2 minutes here to go, Storm HQ. Hildebrand will look to go downhill. Marsh does a good job on D. Varley will come up with the rebound. She'll be double teamed in the backcourt. And another unforced error there. So I really hope I haven't spoken too early.
There's 3 in a row. There's 3 turnovers in a row. It's exactly what you want to do as a team. You want to get 3 stops. Sunbury just need to put the ball in the hole here and put a bit of scoreboard pressure back on.
Sunbury skip past Marsh, finds a steal, hands it off to Straight. They're looking to run the floor. Straight finds a cutting Marsh, dishes it off to Varley. She kicks it to Howard on the elbow. No luck. Oh. Retstat comes over the top of Merkovic.
Out of nowhere.
Offensive rebound. Varley will just slow it. Kicks to Straight into Retstat, fights for it. Out to Marsh, catches, shoots. No luck. Oh, nearly came up with her. Oh, wow. Great hustle there by Vanessa Marsh in her first minutes for the game. Comes up with the offensive rebound. Do you reckon she gets credited for an offensive rebound there? We'll have a look.
I'm going to say no. I don't think she had control.
She doesn't. No. Damn. So we'll see both imports for the Storm, Retstat and Straight check out. And Armstrong and Crombie check in. Both teams will bring out their imports. Merkovic will check out, and we'll see number 14. She's not on my list. There's a poor pass there from Vanessa Marsh. We'll roll out of court. We'll see. Oh, probably because she's 44. Anna Poulton will check in. So 57 seconds, 15 points. Hildebrand. Great defense there by Varley. Con tosses it up at the ring. It'll be a foul. Be on number 25, Lucy Howard.
I think somebody's done a really good job tonight of cutting. Early on, they were getting some back cuts. I think even still, like they're just working well off the ball. A lot of the time, you find yourself pretty stagnant sometimes. I know we do it a lot, and it's, yeah, whenever you penetrate, you've got to have cutters, and I think Sunbury have done a really good job of that tonight.
I mean, it's credit to the cutters, but also credit to the guards and the passers, like finding those open players, having their eyes up, looking ahead. There's a little bit of frustration just being vented here late. Shah Armstrong got ripped, and it will be an unsportsmanlike foul. So Hildebrand will pick up hers. And Charlotte Armstrong will go to the line for 2.
Explanation, no play on the ball, maybe?
Yeah.
Excessive contact?
Excessive contact, I'd say. I mean, Armstrong makes the first. So Armstrong makes both the free throws. It's the crowd just giving Georgia Varley some inspiration. Marsh comes out with it, throws it off the foot. Emily Conn was off to the races then with an almost certain layup. And so Storm will keep it. 41 seconds to go, 17 points. Varley get hassled by McLean. Storm will just look to move the ball. Varley will go downhill, finds a gap, can't get it to roll. Ooh. Foul will be on number 10, Hildebrand, for the offensive push-off. That'll be her 5th, so she'll have a seat on the bench for the last 26 seconds of the game. And Cameron will check in. Oh, it's a bit late, Brunger.
Yeah.
They're trying to play basketball here. Crombie lets it fly. No luck. Hildebrand comes up with the rebound. The Jets will look to get 2 points quickly here. Addie Madison. It's to the basket.
Playing right to the last second here.
Varley will cause a contact. So 15 seconds to go. Addie Cameron, 10 points so far for her tonight. Missed the first. And makes the second. And 10 seconds to go, and it'll look like the Storm will just dribble it out. And in what's been a very, very up and down game here for both teams, it'll end up being the Storm taking the victory, 79 to 63. And I mean, after a slow start in the first quarter, they've finally got into their work and made it work. And, I mean, ultimately come away with the win.
Yeah, they obviously struggled early, but found what they needed to in that second quarter, and really ultimately pushed the lead out and kind of held them at that lead. Lucky they did, really. I mean, Sunbury came back and had their runs, as teams do. Games ebb and flows, and look, it wasn't. I don't think it was all doom and gloom for Sunbury, and I think there's definitely some things for Bellarine to work on, especially with that zone. And but look, when you have bigs that offensive rebound like Bellarine do, it's pretty tough, even when the ball's not going through the hoop from outside.
Well, quick round off of stats before we finish. Bridget Retstadt leading the game for scoring 21 points, 15 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals and 2 blocks, closely followed by her import counterpart in Courtney Straits, 16 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds and 4 steals. And for the Jets, Abby Hildebrand led the way, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists and 3 steals. And then followed by her sister, Chloe Hildebrand, with 12 points and 5 assists and 3 rebounds. But as we say goodnight to you, thank you, Louis Varley, for jumping on the stream. It's been a pleasure having you and your special comments. Good luck for the rest of the season. And
Thank you.
again, it is the Storm coming away with both wins tonight. And the women ultimately winning 79 to 63. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. Probably not, but if you want to jump back on, feel free to. It's all good, mate. He's a fucking natural. Natural. ship here, mate. We're on a tight ship.
Do you want to go to Nationals?
Nationals?
You do it?
Where?
Bendigo.
When?
The June, July school holiday.
Depends. I'll have to get back to you. Are they paying you? Fuck yeah.
Good for you.
It just depends. I'm going away in... Oh,
Probably going to be like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because it's just
Oh.
in the finals. We're just
so just doing fine. So I won't... Okay, cool. Then,
They're doing the normal games that did them with
yeah.
no commentary. Just the commentary for the final, same as the grand final. If I remember correctly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can't do it during the week, but...
Yeah, we can talk to Basketball Australia.
Yeah. We should get Stormwatch going again.
Yeah, with
With you, no?
Yeah.
He has to stay away.
Yeah.
We can let you do a podcast with me on there.
I'll get it going. We'll get a BigV player on every week, and we'll do a little recap, and then...
Hey, if you
have the equipment to do it as
I
well.
know.
if you want to do it, we're doing it.
Would you join me?
Not on a weekly basis. People don't want to hit my accent.
Oh, I love your accent. You'd have... Our viewership would skyrocket. The Greek
Viewership would just number one rated podcast in Greece.
You want to do video podcasts as well?
No. Video?
Yeah.
Nah.
Number one podcast in Greece.
What would your background be, Nick? Like the Greek islands, or like Mykonos? You in a nightclub? Are we good to take it off?